You trying to talk to God? I judge them. My heart is not in it. That's what sinners do. I don't think that pleases God. What's the mark you're really trying to hit? Hello, thanks for joining me. My name is Michael, and I want to talk about praying and how I feel like I'm pretty bad at it. I've been a Christian for 33 years, and I have always felt that I'm just not hitting the mark with my praying. And I want to tell you why. So, if you're a Christian, if you've read the Bible, we all know that God and Jesus instructs us to pray. It's how we get closer to God. It's how we hear God. It's how we intercede on others' behalfs, people that we care about, people that we love, so that God can help them out. Very, very important. One of the most critical aspects of being a Christian. When I sit down to pray, I try to write the words that I'm going to say to God. And the way my mind works is if I'm trying to focus on words in my head runs away from that and goes other places. And I end up becoming very distracted, and it's very frustrating. I have so many books on prayer, it's not even funny. Intercessory prayer, communion with God, hearing God's voice, listening to God's voice, the model of prayers, a book of prayers. I mean, it's crazy. And they haven't really helped me. Now, there's corporate prayer, and I have issues with that too. Corporate prayer is when someone's praying in church or amongst a group of people. Maybe it's a small group in somebody's home. And this is what I do with that. When someone is praying for a group, I judge them. Not supposed to, but I do. I don't like it. I don't want to. So why do I do it? Because I'm a sinner. That's what sinners do. I'm a sinner. So I judge people. And consequently, when I'm the one doing the corporate prayer, I'm scared to death because I feel like I'm being judged. Because you want it to be eloquent. You want it to be beautiful. You want it to be biblical. You want it to be holy. And so what's the mark you're really trying to hit? You trying to talk to God? Or are you trying to impress others? And that's where my head goes. And that's frustrating too. Jesus told us in the Sermon on the Mount, when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites. For they love to pray standing in the synagogue, standing on the street corner so that everyone can hear them. And they have their reward. And I think that's very true. I think there are a lot of people that love to be heard praying. I'm not one of them because I'm terrified about what people think of me. I really shouldn't care, but that's where my head goes. So, corporate prayer is not something I'm crazy about doing. It's the solitary prayer, I think, is where we really get the meat of time with God. That's where it really happens. And naturally, Jesus had some things to say about that too. He said, go to your room, close the door, pray to your Father unseen. And then your Father, who sees what's done in secret, will reward you. I love that. I love that. And I think it's true. We can't be praying in order to impress people. And just knowing that that's how God feels about all this really puts a burden on me when I hear corporate prayer, when I hear somebody praying. But getting into solitary prayer, one-on-one with God, which I think is where the magic happens, I have a problem with that too, because there's this feeling, probably due to the fact that, this is how people pray when they pray out loud in corporate settings. There's a feeling that I got to say the right words. I got to say the right phrases. It's got to be holy. It's got to be biblical. And when I do that, I spend my mind spends so much energy trying to write the prayer that my heart is not in it. My heart kind of gets detached from it, and it becomes a thinking exercise. I don't think that pleases God. I don't think he pays attention to that. So this is what I do. If I need to pray about somebody because of a situation that they're in, because for their salvation, whatever the case may be, I will simply raise that person up in my mind, a picture of that person. And that will bring up certain emotions in my heart that are very honest. And God also told us through Jesus, do not be like them, because your Father knows what you need before you ask. And I'm relying on that because I know it's true. If I'm thinking about somebody or my government or a situation, a community that's been hurt or rattled through some tragedy, God knows what I'm feeling. He knows what I'm asking for. He knows what I am needing for that party. And so that, to me, has become the most useful method of prayer that has the most reward for me. But I still don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if it's right. It's kind of frustrating. But when my thoughts drive my prayer, and let's face it, when you're writing words in your head, you're thinking, you're not feeling. And when I do that, it feels like my heart is no longer in it. But if I can just put an image up of the person, the situation, whatever it is, if I can put an image in my head on it, then my heart goes there and it feels what I'm feeling about that, whatever it is. And the Father already knows what I'm asking for. So that's how I do it. I still feel like I got a problem because this is not how everyone is taught to pray, but this is how I feel is the most beneficial way to do it for me. Do any of you guys feel the same way? I'd love to know, because I don't know if I'm doing it right. And I fail God in so many ways, and this is just another way that I fail him. But this is how I deal with it. So I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know your comments. And I'd love to know if you think that what I'm doing could possibly be effective. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on my fairly new channel. And I'll see you soon, okay?